some development is there, but the notification has not yet come as regard the rules and the policy. The there is some development. The status report we have given, we have received the response from the Bachpan Bachao on 26/10. The first page, kindly see.
Referring to this first page,
Lodge.
has the state drafted made a draft of the child protection policy?
Yes, my lord.
You have it here. Yes, Mrs. Dekar.
Policy is there.
We have the draft policy,
You have the draft.
but I haven't got it today.
Okay.
But I can.
To the
update
government
you.
advocate, senior government advocate, can you send it to us, 2 copies, so that we can, in a leisure time, go through it?
Yes. Draft is with us.
Because
But draft of
because
both the rules and the policy we have given to the Bachpan Bachao also. They have given their comments on 26/10.
no, whatever draft
That-
is there,
Logic.
the comments and all will
Well-
will be added later
Logic.
in the consultation process. But what we intend to see is that is the draft, if we have,
Well,
we can also just peruse it, glance
Yes, yes.
through it.
Yes,
Number one.
that
And
Yes,
the
it is to the senior government.
and the second part is that we were both trying to understand the entire scenario.
Mara.
You see, there are several directions in the case of Sampurna Beura.
Mara.
So we were just thinking, and we are expressing it, we are just thinking aloud so that you can also participate. You see, unless the child policy and the draft rules, they are not finalized and notified,
Mara.
there are many things which will not fall in place. For example, when we see the progress of the cases in Juvenile Justice Board, we have also noted from the reports that in some cases, the Juvenile Justice Board constitution is not proper, not been constituted. So readily we can give an example of Vishwanath Sariali. So it is not there, and therefore it is not functioning. And if it is not functioning, it is failure of the state. Now, if there is a person who is in conflict with law and is incarcerated, and second, there is a child victim, and CDPOs and all, they don't meet them. They don't give the adequate child protection. And the justice is late because if there's a child victim and a child perpetrator, then Juvenile Justice Board has to proceed in the matter. Otherwise, it leads to an acquittal. So if it is a failure on part of the state, the less we deprecate is
I know
better
that
for.
the state advisory committee for the selection of the social workers in the JJP has already been formed. And Honorable Justice Rumi Pathak Baidu has given a time on 12th for a meeting, and soon the progress will be done.
No, but you just think over, is the delay in the interest of the state? So if it is not there,
This is fine. We are not, since you are saying that by end of this year it will be possible. So we'll fix a date before vacation,
Malad.
or you say that after vacation? We'll fix a date on before vacation.
Malad.
And so far relating to other JJBs, we want a status of the JJBs. How many are functioning?
Lordship.
Total, yes, what you want to say something?
Lordship, regarding JJB Lordship, on the last occasion, I have given a report, Lordship, we have received from the registry, Lordship.
Where is that?
Lordship, it is shared, Lordship.
Lord, we have also given some response
Hmm.
to the issues they have indicated.
Hmm.
Annexure B to our.
That is in PIL,
No, PI Sumoto, one of
Suomoto 1.
it would be the. I have got an instruction district wise, Lordship.
That is what I
Yes.
want. That is already there.
Yes, Lordship.
No, I'm not, these are there, these are infrastructural issues. We'll come to it. But we have our information that in some cases, there is no boards properly is functioning even. Forget about the infrastructure, that somewhere members are not there, quorum is not there, member secretary is not there. We want that. I
No,
think
it is-
Vishwanath
that
Sir is
they are,
having some.
Lordship.
There should be women
Yes,
members.
see, the Vishwanath
Yes.
Sir really, no member,
Yes.
process for M has already been started. I think process is also over here. We so far relating to Vishwanath Sir really in the meantime. Selection is also been made.
Means it is just like a,
We want them, at least the members, then we'll have the infrastructure. Or we want that, let the act take a backseat and we'll have building and infrastructure, then we'll have our members.
That cannot
See,
be.
certain
The
things cannot
member has
wait.
to be there. Lordship.
Mr. Nath,
Ma-
certain things cannot wait.
Lordship.
Suppose if there is no JJB, where a juvenile in conflict with law will be sent. Tell us, please tell us. Is there any provision that it will be sent to some other district, some other boards?
No, it will be difficult.
Who will assess his mental capabilities? Whether he will be tried by a regular court or who will decide all this? This cannot wait even a day.
Selection হয়ে যাবে এটা এখন কিন্তু right?
You
It
see-
cannot even a day because there will be term will be. That's why we want to know what is the existing position and when these terms will expire of the members and all,
Lordship.
so that you can start the process prior to that date. There cannot be any break. Suppose there is no members or the quorum is not there, it cannot sit. Now what will happen to a juvenile in conflict with law? Suppose it is that he is a juvenile, so he cannot be produced in a regular court. Where will he be produced? Or will be put into police custody? Who will pass an order? These things cannot operate. It's like stopping the High Court functioning. There is no 226 court. Can it run?
Cannot be.
So interview will be held, it will be done, this cannot be, it will be ahead of time. So that's why we want a list.
Submit a
with
district
with classifications or breakup as to the tenure of the members, so that we know the expiry of the tenure.
Mal-
And therefore, the next appointment can start at least 6 months before that.
Lordship.
Number two, whether the quorum is in accordance with the existing act and the draft rules, the central rules, till you have not made your own draft.
Wait, Lordship. That
The,
instruction we have issued. That
yes, and we are, you see, we are not touching the issue of infrastructure right now.
Lordship.
The picture which was displayed before us is very dismaying. One of the presiding officers of our Judicial Justice Board told us that they don't even have a pen, and he brings his own pen to
But
use in
that-
the office. And
That's-
We'll still, having this information, we are not right now going there because at
No.
least we want the people to be positioned there so that it functions.
Then it will-
Maybe without a pen or pencil for the time being.
And the second way, Mr. Nath,
Lordship.
which we are just thinking aloud, we are just we have not yet formulated, but thinking aloud, that if it doesn't happen within a time limit, then we ask the central government to take over, and then their funds, instead of giving it to the state, should be utilized directly to the, from that budget, directly to the juvenile justice boards. We don't route the matter to the, through the state accounting system. We bring it out.
So give a list first, we are adjourning it till, yes, that's when.
Yes, any date, my lord.
You also have that instruction, not only the infrastructure, that which are the boards are in place. And when the, these members, tenure of these members and all. And where it is functioning, not functioning, not about the infrastructure. As regards the members.
Manning
and-
position.
Manning.
One instruction, my lord, that is placed before your lordship.
That is Vishwanath sir really shown.
Yes, last page of that instruction, lordship will have a note.
Hmm.
There is no juvenile justice board in the district judiciary, Bojali, Patsala. Also, there is no separate JJB for West Karbi Anglong district. The matter relating to JJB for West Karbi Anglong district are taken up by JJB Difu Karbi Anglong.
And what about Bojali and Bojali is being Borpeta? Borpeta is taken.
Borpeta, my
But-
lord, two members present.
Newly created.
Because,
district.
But Mr. Das, just a query.
Well.
Supposing it is taken up by a different district board, are you aware of whether there is a notification by the state for the different jurisdiction court to take it up? Because otherwise, if it is not empowered,
District Bojali is having a judicial district.
Yes, it's a judicial, look, normally they cannot shift. It's, but I haven't came across any notification by the government saying that a juvenile from one district can be shifted to another district.
no, even for trial, you see, it has to be a notified court
Yes, correct.
under the
Jurisdiction is to be conferred.
jurisdiction is
Either with the
conferred.
statute or by if there is any power in the statute or rules to
Absolutely.
give it to somebody else by a manner that
Well,
prescribed manner should be there.
Bojali is a new district. If Bojali has been looked after by the Borpeta, there may be something. Well, I'll also.
Oh
apply
no,
that.
Bojali is, I think, is a separate judicial district.
Yes,
Well,
So,
if
Now,
it is
also,
done,
I think these are happening, similar is the situation in Vishwanath.
I'll obtain
My
the
lord, for
instruction.
that, we had to take the approval of the project approval board, which has been taken, which is from the Ministry of Women.
No,
Affairs.
but if it is a court,
No, please tell us. We know that you need this, there are certain statutory approvals and something like that. Now, is there any prescription under the act that till such approval are not granted, what will happen to a juvenile? Please tell us. These are your administrative answers. We are putting you a question. Okay, we'll await for the approvals. Whatever is required. Now, what is the in the meantime? Any prescription under the act or rules?
The interim period.
Please tell us.
because Dr. Deka, you see, if there is a trial to be done, a court has to be notified, whether it be a juvenile justice board or a court, it has to be notified. And insofar as the regular courts are concerned, under the CRPC, that jurisdiction is already granted about the judicial districts. So if a juvenile justice board in a particular district is not constituted, nothing less than a government notification empowering the other district juvenile justice board to take up the matter will be sufficient. That is why we are asking those questions.
Well,
Administrative approval
absolutely.
is
I'll-
merely an executive fiat. Let us say even your chief secretary gives that approval. Will it make that juvenile justice board a lawful entity to take up the matter? It is just like the district judge Kamrup not being available for some reason, he's on short holiday. You send the man for production before the Nalbari district judge.
Here,
It's
perhaps
just not permissible.
we'll see. We'll see that. We'll obtain
So
that.
in your that
Because
report
here-
compilation, you also please say
I'll-
whether there is an empowerment by virtue of a state notification to the different JJBs to take up the matter. Because if you send it for trial to a different place, what happens to that CTPOs and all those what you call support which is required? For a child to be remanded and to a different district entails transportation.
those issues are there.
Jurisdiction is conferred by way of certain things,
Gotcha.
maybe statute, maybe regulations, maybe rule.
Correct.
And the act mandates certain procedure how a juvenile is to be treated. One of the part is his production before the JJBs. Now, if JJBs are not in place, what is the prescription under that? You enlighten us. They know there is no problem is not having JJBs properly because we can do this. This is the prescription of law. We are happy.
But honestly speaking, attending this proceeding last few months, it appears that this legislation has become a burden upon the state government,
No, it is
Honestly
not at all,
speaking,
not at all,
they are
not at
doing
all.
it.
Malad.
There is
We
a
are,
delay.
we are doing it, Malad. Some time is taken.
It's
It is
like
very complicated,
we
Malad.
are 20 years
But-
back, Milord. This
but-
legislation should have come after 20, 30 years, Milord.
Because, Mr. Nath,
Lordship.
the difficulty is that unless one part is over, we are unable to go to
Cannot
the
move.
other part, which is
Correct.
the direction contained by the of the judgment on Sampurna Bevata.
Malad. That I
Those
admit.
monitoring can't be done
That I admit.
because otherwise you'll have to notify. Supposing it takes time, let us assume that you envisage that by the end of the year it will be available.
Lordship.
But please have a backup plan. What happens if it doesn't happen within this vacation?
Lordship.
Within December, then you must have a backup plan. Then you must notify at least the duties and responsibilities of all these people who are stakeholders in these JJBs. Number two, you would also need to know whether you have been imparting due training to the police officers and CDPOs to undertake their nature of responsibilities conferred under the Act,
Yes, Malad.
or
That
prescribed under the Act.
That will come later on, but
the
these
training
are
and all
not,
these things are done, Malad.
so-
In fact, in some of our report, Malad, we have indicated that these are the training sessions we have. We'll also see, Malad. We'll
Because
see that,
one, if it is not, doesn't happen, if we try
Got
to open up everything, it will be just like opening a Pandora's box.
Malad. But we'll go by one by one. Malad. Training possible maximum? No. District wise, JDB is available. Bifurcation district भी है, council में ये तो पूरा सारे के बाद सही पड़ेगा.
This is, Mr. Das, give slip for the names. Dr. Decca, your team, please give the names. We'll incorporate in the order. That's right, so.
In
Next one, huh?
the instruction, Malad, their name and designation, the officer has, the secretary has indicated. In the
Just give
instruction,
give it in writing,
We'll-
we'll
we'll-
incorporate.
we'll-
Whatever designation
Yes.
it is wanted, we'll
Lodge.
incorporate that.
Lodge.
Today, any difficulty in entering the court?
No.
That's one. Next paragraph. At the outset, the learned senior government advocate has produced a copy of written instructions dated 1/11/2024, along with certain documents enclosed thereto, and it is verbally submitted that as per his instructions, the state child protection policy, as well as the juvenile justice within bracket care and protection of children bracket close rules is likely to be settled and notified by the year end. Full stop. Next paragraph. It is the learned counsel for the petitioner as well as the learned standing counsel for the High Court have pointed out that in several judicial districts, the JGBs have not been constituted. And the child in conflict with law are subjected to jurisdiction of the nearest juvenile justice boards. Full stop. Accordingly, the state government shall inform the court by way of a report as to whether juvenile justice boards have been constituted in each and every district, whether it is properly constituted in accordance with the Juvenile Justice within bracket Care and Protection of Children bracket close Act. And it will also be indicated therein the tenure of the various members. The last date of tenure of the members. Full stop. To be updated about the process undertaken and awaiting the report on the functioning of on the constitution of JJBs, lists the matter again on 18/11/2024. 18 December. 18 December.
Lodge.
That is wrong. 18 December. So in that JGBs, we also say in respect of the in the said report, it shall also be indicated if the JGBs where the proceedings of district where no JGBs are constituted are taken up, whether there are whether such a process is backed by any notification of the state government so as to empower the JGBs of a different district to act as the JGBs for the other district. So December 18th.
18. Only our letter is 4th of 4/11. Lordship has said 1/11. It is 4/11.
Oh yes, fourth.
Fourth.
No mistake. Before just list one sentence before that. Before parting with the records, we once again record our hope and trust that the state government shall do the needful to notify the draft state child protection policy as well as the Juvenile Justice within bracket Care and Protection of Children bracket close Act at the earliest by expediting the consultation process. We are returning you your documents so that
Fine.
next time you can
Yes.
again apprise us.
Yes.
Because we are again on this constitution. Next time also we'll take it up. So please remind us. the
Yes.
Next it also.
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
Back to mention for listing one writ appeal, which was listed before the division bench. And an order was passed to not to list before that bench, because Honorable Justice U.K. Nair was the judge, advocate for the, my lord, writ petitioner.
Okay.
So my lord, matter was listed before your lordship on 3rd of October. And on that day, it was not accepted. Day after tomorrow. Honorable.
Maybe, Your Lordship. I'd like to mention item number 6, my lord. My lord, the youngest council has expired, my lord. I informed the party, my lord. Sometime
Who has expired?
Mr. Ade.
Oh, which? Okay, both sides are represented. Mr.
SZ Rahman.
S.Z.
Rahman.
Rahman, Learned Counsel for the petitioner submits the view that Mr. A. Dev, Learned Counsel holding the brief has expired and matter is informed to the petitioner. Mr. Foreign Justice, the matter stands adjourned today, list after 2 weeks.
Hello.
May I please? My lord, I beg to mention item number 4, my lord. Kindly pass over for the day, my lord.
List after a week as paid for by Learned Counsel for the petitioner. It says a represented.
Mr. Ravi.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention item number 3, Lordship. Lordship, kindly pass over the matter for a day, Lordship.
3, just a moment. Item 3. Same order. List after a week. Yes.
Maybe listen, Lordship, I beg to mention item number 11, Lordship. Lordship, Angus Council father was seriously ill due to medical emergency. Angus Council went home, Lordship.
Okay.
Leave this matter after 3 weeks, Lordship.
3 weeks.
Yes, Lordship. Lordship,
Okay.
in
Both
this
sides are
matter, I
represented.
continue, Lordship.
It is submitted that the Learned Counsel holding the brief has so medical emergency says his father is ill. So accordingly, matter stands adjourned today, list after 3 weeks.
Lordship, interim order. Continue.
I don't think this interim order is limited. We have given you bail. Then there's no question of extension. Have you appeared before the
Sir,
SP border or not?
extension.
Huh?
Extension.
You have appeared.
No.
He don't know about.
That's why. Because the interim order is. She is allowed to go on bail. Okay, on the next date, the Learned Counsel for the petitioner shall inform the court as to whether the petitioner has appeared before the concerned superintendent of police within bracket border and taken bail. Next time you inform us,
Lordship.
list after 3 weeks.
Daily list item 1 for hearing.
In this Musalpur PS case, it relates to offense of murder, right?
Sweeper, yes, yes.
On this inquiry report, have you filed anything?
Lordship, we have filed an additional affidavit, Lordship,
When?
in that post. In 2018, Lordship.
December.
December 2018, Lordship.
Report.
Dear my lord, as per your lordship's last order, 28/2024, my lord. Some instructions were sought for, my lord. Firstly, my lord, one that court of inquiry, my lord. But
Insofar as the court of inquiry, lordship, I've got a photocopy of the that is written with the 51 sub area, because the original copy is with the unit that could not be procured, lordship, but I've got a copy from the 51 sub area, lordship. I've given 2 copies, lordship.
and my lord, there were by para 5, my lord, 2 other FIR, my lord, what is the status of those FIR that was called for? My lord, by the same order, my lord, in para 5, the status of 2 other FIR, my lord, that those were sought for.
You've got the information, Mr. Sharma. On 20 August, we passed an order in respect to 2 FIRs stated to have been lodged before Nikashi Police Outpost as well as Panbari Police Outpost in the district of Chirang.
We have received one letter from SP, my lord.
Huh.
That with reference to subject, I would like inform you that on going to through the records, Nikasi OP outpost and Mosalpur PS, it has been found that no case was reported and registered on 24/12/2012 and 25/12/2012 pertaining the subject of the writ petition. The photocopies of the GD book are enclosed for your kind reference. I have received that.
And my lord, thirdly, by para 6, my lord. By para 6, my lord, the scan copy, my lord, of the order sheet was called for, my lord. Because we submitted that, my lord, no notice was served, my lord. Upon, my lord, the petition number 1 and 3, my lord. 3 being one of the informant, because 2 cases were amalgamated, my lord. So whether notice was sent to all of them to ascertain that, my lord. And our case was that so far number 2 is concerned, petition number 2, my lord, we, my lord, accepted the FIR, my lord, by filing one petition for settlement. But that is also surprising because his own son has died, my lord, under what circumstances? But so far the other 2 petitioners, they have not got a
But
copy.
the records regarding the Musalpur police station
My lord.
that has been produced by the Superintendent of Police.
My
It is available here.
Possibly it was available. Now I have checked up the record, my lord.
Z.
From
Yes, it is available.
yes, sir. Yeah. Madam, can I place my lord, some dates, my lord? I have gone through that, my lord. Can I place some dates, my lord, from that order, my lord? From that order sheet, my lord.
Huh.
Here, if your lordship see, kindly see 17/9/2015 order, my lord.
17,
17/9/2015.
just a moment. 17/9/2016,
15, my lord.
15,
One, yes, ma'am. Your lordship fine.
just a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Please give the date again.
17/9/2015, my lord.
17/9/2015.
My lord.
17/9/2015, there is no order sheet. There's one 11/8/15. P8/15, 11/8/15.
The record which was earlier before this court possibly in that matter.
After 11/8/15,
Right.
the next order is 14/9/18. Next order is 14/9/18. So 3 years there was no proceeding.
Lordship is checking our today's instruction or the earlier instructions, my lord.
No, you are asking us to
Yes.
see the order sheet.
Yes, my lord, of that case, my lord, Musalpur 91, my lord.
Oh, Musalpur case.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry, my lord, Musalpur case.
Musalpur case order dated
My lord, 17/9/2015.
18. Yes,
Here, lordship find, my lord, one Mohinder Devi was arrested, lordship seen, my lord.
yes.
So that regarding that Mohinder Devi, my lord, Rajkumar Radha, he stated, my lord, he was along with the army personnel, my lord, inside the vehicle. And my lord, in the affidavit filed by the state respondents also, it was prior, that was filed prior to his arrest, my lord. There was suspicion that he was a spotter or a agent of, my lord, like that he has spotted them, my lord. That line is also, so he was granted bail on 7/12/2015, my lord. That lordship see that order, my lord. 7/12/2015.
Yes.
So now thereafter on 19/1/23, my lord, the FR 2/2020 dated 31/1/2020, that was possibly filed as per that order, my lord.
Pardon me?
19/1/2023, my lord.
19/1/2023.
My lord. FR dated 2/2020. Sorry, FR number 2/2020 dated 31/1/2020.
Yes, FR 2 of 20.
Yes, my lord. Dated 31/1/2020. along with CD and PM was there, my lord. So FR was submitted on 31/1/2020. It was possibly, it came put up before the court, my lord, on 19/1/2023. That is after 3 years possibly, my lord. And thereafter, on the next date, lordship find, my lord, 21/2023, my lord. Notice to informant, my lord.
Yes.
So notice was issued to the informant, and 16/3/2023, informant Noren Doimari, my lord. Lord should find that petition number 2, my lord, no objection, FI accepted. So there is no notice to the other, my lord. Rajiv Bosumotari's brother, my lord. That is the number 3, petition number 3, my lord. Jyotish Bosumotari. And neither to Rajkumar Radha, who was the victim, my lord. Although that is not mandatory, my lord, but it is the description of the court, my lord. The court may or can also issue notice to the victim side, my lord. And recently, my lord, in one ethics court judgment.
No, if you see, if you are agreed by that,
My lord.
then you'll have to move the concerned court with an appropriate application. Because in a writ petition, we are not examining the correctness of the order
My lord, my lord.
of accepting the FR.
My lord, with all respect, my lord, with my limited understanding, there are 1-2 judgment of the honorable apex court, my lord, on that line, my lord. Even if there is a 156(3) alternate, my lord, remedy, my lord, in a given case, my lord, the honorable high court can, my lord, look into the whole matter, my lord. That one recent case, my lord. It was a case of Mandakini Devan and another. No, very too low, so download. And another versus State to High Court of Chhattisgarh and another one. Yes, sir. Right. The wife of the, my lord, in that case, my lord, one lady unfortunately died, my lord. So there were several complaints, my lord, but all ended in FR, my lord. And in that case, the accused person was a officer of, my lord. Lord should find that, my lord. Para 4, 4.1, my lord. Then lordship may kindly say 4.8, my lord. The case was disposed of by the Honorable High Court therein, my lord. Rather dismissed, my lord. There, my lord, thereafter para 11 and 12, my lord. Yes, my lord. So there are 13 and 14 where, why, my lord, the other judgments has been quoted, my lord. Okay. Subsequently, 14 and 15, my lord, the direction, my lord. Well, here, my lord, the first states, my lord, the incident is true, my lord, but culprits could not be found, my lord, ascertained. Incident is true, what the FR states, my lord, FR. The incident is true, but my lord, culprits could not be identified like that. It has been stated, my lord. My lord, FR possibly, FR report the final last line possibly, my lord. Yes, my lord. In fact, that was also there in the status report, which we have gone through possibly on last occasion, my lord. My lord. That magistrate order itself, the magistrate sheet, my lord, because the FIR was submitted there, my lord. That Ah, I have a copy, photocopy of the certified copy, lordship available, my lord. That last page, my lord. Yes, my lord. That that serial number 17, my lord. Facts disclosed during investigation. The case returned in FIR as the case is true under section so and so, but no clue of accused person, my lord. My lord. FIR, my lord. Page 14. My lord, this is, page 14, my lord. One from my. There is a typed copy, my lord. That was amalgamated with this, my lord, Musolpur 91, that order also fine. That Tamulpur case was, my lord, forwarded to, my lord, transferred to Musolpur, my lord, page 27, my lord. That it was amalgamated, that from the affidavit, my lord, of the resolution number 5, my lord, page 6 of the affidavit, my lord. Yes, my lord. Father of one, my lord, come down Doimari, my lord. He is Noran Doimari. He accepted the FIR, my lord. My lord. That is by the petition number 3, my lord. He is the, my lord, brother, my lord, brother of one, my lord, Rajiv Bosumutari, my lord, whose dead body was found, my lord, who was also picked up with them, my lord. No, my lord, charge was that, that Noran Doimari, number 1, my lord. That was come down Doimari, my lord. And Rajiv Bosumutari's dead body was found, my lord. My lord, in a given case, my lord, in spite of my lord submission of closure report, my lord, this honorable court can grant my lord transferring the investigation to a different agency, my lord. On that count, my lord, there are one, two other judgment. My lord, should I place it, my lord? If your lordship is not satisfied.
Direct question. Actually, preparation.
What do you say on this inquiry report by the district judge? What do you say on the inquiry report by the district judge?
Yes, my lord, they have filed one objection, that reply also we have filed, and they are also filed the finding, my lord. Finding, my lord, from the page 40, my lord, para 40, my lord. Page 26, my lord.
And in the meanwhile, Mr. Nath, you'll also examine this and address us on the acceptance of FR.
Okay.
Because rightly, whether this FR is acceptable opposition to the state or not, that is something you will address us. You will also keep in mind while addressing us the fact that somebody has died on death 302. Then comes the criminal procedure code 320. Whether somebody can exercise its option and say that 302 is okay, but I accept the FR. I don't want to proceed merely because a witness, the perpetrator could not be found out. Whether acceptance of FR is a correct legal proposition or the case should be kept as filed unless the accused persons are caught. That's one. Second aspect is that in such cases, assuming that the perpetrator is not found, but you are in sending the FR to the court, your police says that the incident is true. Now, two cases are amalgamated. In the second case, there's an allegation against the army personnel. So, by virtue of the amalgamation of the Tamalpur case with the Musalpur case, the acceptance of FR signifies that the incident that the army people have picked up these three persons, one was dead, other two were thrown out. Out of that, one witness gives a statement that this fact has happened.
Out of the two,
Correct.
one died also. my
Huh?
lord. Out of the two thrown out, another one died. my lord.
One died.
Two died, that means, my lord.
And two died, I
Yes,
understand. So that's why I'm saying about
Yes,
the
sir.
one. So one was burnt in the jungle, and one died out of the thrown out. He's the king of this petition number 3, Raju Basumatari.
But since Lordship has put
Yes,
those
please
statements-
address us on this inquiry report.
Might implicate করছে My lord, regarding that, regarding acceptance of final report, my lord, there are other two, three judgments and accept, my lord. There are other two, three judgments on that point, my lord. Here in one case, my lord, that was reported in my lord 2020, my lord, 16 SCC, 777, my lord. Here, my lord, in an unfortunate incident, my lord, one law student, my lord, he died, my lord. Thereafter, investigation did not progress, my lord. And ultimately, matter went before the Honorable Apex Court, my lord. Their lawsuit filed in para 9, my lord, that then there also closure report was submitted, my lord. Last but 7,
No, you see, the decision will only supplement
my lord.
the factual position.
Yes,
So number one, when there is a judicial inquiry,
yes,
you have to demonstrate from addressing us on that judicial inquiry
yes, madam.
that this is a case
Yes, madam.
where the army personnel are involved.
Yes, ma'am.
And therefore, the closure report, despite the closure report, de novo inquiry.
My lord.
So first we'll have to come to the facts.
Yes, my facts really Lord should find my lord very specific my lord statement of Rajkumar Rava, my lord. He has clearly stated my lord, mentioned my lord about the whole
And you
incident.
have to demonstrate on the basis of their keeping in mind their objection.
Yes, my
You
the
have to address
objection
us.
also, my lord, we have filed one reply, my lord, to that before also, because those objections are more or less regarding, my lord, the not mentioning in the inquiry regarding what vehicle, color of the vehicle, dress of the army personnel, those things, my lord. So there we have stated, my lord, in our rejoinder affidavit, my lord, that Lord should find, my lord, 116 possibly, my lord, on last affidavit in reply, my lord, by the petitioners, there are 6, my lord. They have mentioned, my lord, in their objection that, my lord, Rajkumar Rava did not mention about being taken in a red color sumo, my lord, in the 164. But in his 164, he has clearly mentioned, my lord, that he along with Kamdam and Rajiv were taken in a vehicle. Not mentioning the vehicle, my lord, sumo and color. Is it, my lord, fatal, my lord? Because here it is not a criminal trial, my lord. That inquiry, my lord, it is only to ascertain, my lord, the circumstances and whether, my lord, that fundamental right has been violated, whether in the hands of the perpetrators, they were assaulted or they were killed, my lord. So we are not passing possibly a conviction or like that, my lord. So probative value possibly needs to be seen, my lord. And thereafter, another objection is that we have falsely stated that we could see through the, my lord, gap of that gamusha he was wearing, my lord, blindfolded, my lord. Because he's a local man, my lord. He stays there, my lord. Rajkumar Rava, my lord. And dead body cannot speak, my lord. Otherwise, if Rajiv was alive, my lord, he would have stated, my lord. Fortunately enough for the petitioner, Rajkumar Rava, he survived, my lord, and he has narrated the story. Means what happened, my lord. And thereafter, my lord, they have another objection, my lord, that in the court of inquiry, they stated that one person was wearing khaki colored trouser and khaki jacket, my lord, and not stating that army dress, my lord. Khaki color army dress, my lord, it doesn't make vast difference, my lord, because he have clearly mentioned in 164 that, my lord, he has noticed two person in army dress, my lord. And my lord, they have another objection was that that Ajoy Kherkatari and Dizen Kolita, they did not state, my lord, that army personnel were inside, my lord, person were there inside the vehicle, my lord, in army dress. Those two persons, they were not mounted into the vehicle, my lord. Rajkumar Rava was mounted along with the two others. So these two persons, they were outside, my lord. How can they know, my lord, that there were army personnel inside in army dress, my lord? Rajkumar Rava is the injured person and he is the eyewitness, my lord. He stated, my lord. Those are primary officer, my lord. Primary officer, they have stated those things. And another, they have stated that, my lord, one objection that, my lord, that PW5, my lord, Ajoy Kherkatari, my lord, he has stated of noticing AK-47, my lord, inside the vehicle, but he have not stated about, my lord, that the army dress thing, my lord, but he may have seen that, my lord, inside, and he don't have any, my lord, motive to falsely implicate someone, my lord. What has happened, they have stated. And Rajkumar Rava, kindly see, he is the prime witness, his oral evidence is there, my lord, and he is the victim. and he somehow survived, my lord, and he has vividly described everything, my lord, and which has been corroborated by the, my lord, recovery of the dead body, my lord. If you had made up a different story, if dead body was not found, that was something else, my lord. Here, pinpointed thing, my lord, it was found, my lord, the dead body. And seldom, my lord, we have found in our also long-standing, my lord, lordship also so much carry him along. So we have never found a case where, my lord, somebody has implicated the army personnel in a false case, my lord. With all respect, my lord. And my lord, here, these people, my lord, these three, there were no criminal antecedents, my lord. They are having no criminal antecedent, my lord. And fortunately, one survived. That's why this whole case. Otherwise, it has already ended in, my lord. Nothing would have happened, my lord. Hello. And when we filed this writ petition, Lord should see, my lord, then only, my lord, they had the apprehension that, my lord, they would not get justice and the investigation would not be carried on proper manner. And now after 12, 13 years, that has come to light, my lord. The incident is true, but they could not find the culprit, my lord. And investigation needs to find the logical end, my lord. Open report, my lord. Not to my lord. That affidavit proceeding over.
Lordship. Lordship, so far as the inquiry report by the district judge is concerned, Lordship will just bear in mind for a moment, Lordship, this inquiry was done 6 years after the incident had occurred. The incident had occurred in 2012, whereas this report was submitted in 2018. Now, the basis of the whole inquiry report is the evidence of Mr. Rajkumar Abha, primarily. For a moment, Lordship, if I may take your Lordship to his 164 statement that has been annexed at page 21 of the petition. It's in vernacular. Go. Page 20 is the Lordship translated copy, and 21 is the vernacular of the petition. On 21/12/2012 in the evening at about 5:30 p.m. I was about to leave after closing my shop. Ajoy is I can't spell Khamdam, and Rajiv was with me. At that moment, one army sumo came and forcibly picked me, Khamdam and Rajiv inside the vehicle. We were brought down in the road and beaten up. Lordship, this translation perhaps is not correct. May I read the SMS part, Lordship? Lordship will. যোৱা 21/12/2012 তাৰিখে গধূলি 5:30 PM মানত মই দোকান বন্ধ কৰি যাব ওলাইছিলো। মোৰ লগত অজয়, খামদাম আৰু ৰাজীৱ আছিলে। তেনেতে আৰ্মি চুমো এখন আহি মোক, খামদাম আৰু ৰাজীৱক জোৰ কৰি গাড়ীত ভৰাই লৈ যায়। আমাক গাড়ীৰ ভিতৰত মাৰে, ৰাস্তাত নমাই মাৰে। আমাক অস্ত্ৰ ক'ত আছে সোধে। বৰপেটা চাইডত কিবা ৰাস্তাত খামদামক গুলিয়াই মাৰে। তাক তাতে পেলাই থয়। আমাক দুয়োক মচলপুৰ আৰ্মি কেম্পত লৈ যায়। পিছদিনা ৰাতিপুৱা আমাক আকৌ গাড়ীত কোবাই লৈ ফুৰাই। যোৱাকালি ৰাতি 10 PM মানত আমাক দুয়োকে মৰা বুলি ভাবি দংপাৰ তামোলপুৰত পেলাই দিয়ে। ৰাজীৱৰ মৃত্যু হয়। তাৰ পৰা মই নিজ হাত খুলি খোজকাঢ়ি ঘৰলৈ গুচি আহো। আজি ৰাতিপুৱা 10 মান বজাত মোৰ ঘৰ পাওঁ। This is the statement given by him on 23/12, and this is recorded under 164. Now, an FIR was lodged and the army had convened a court of inquiry wherein this particular person was also examined. If I may draw your lordship's attention to the court of inquiry report I have just given your lordship copy. At page 23, the serial number in the top, lordship. Lordship has got it. He was examined as witness number 10. If I may just read it, Lordship. Witness number 10, that your Lordship will find at page 23. This page number is given on top, Lordship. Rajkumar Rava, son of late Thaneswar Rava, resident of Narayanpur, Baksa. I have a pan stationery cosmetic shop near in Narayanpur Chowk. I have two houses. The first one, which has 3 rooms, is occupied by me, my wife and my 2 kids of age 5 years and 7 months respectively. The second house with 2 rooms is where my mother stays. My eldest sister, younger sister and elder brother are married and don't stay with us. This is not relevant, Lordship. I take your Lordship to paragraph 3. I generally open my shop at 7 hours to 12 hours and then again from 15:30 hours to 17:30 hours. On 21st December 2012 at approximately 17:30 hours, me, Rajiv, Vasumatari and Khandam Doimari were standing outside my shop. Post number so-and-so, Constable GD Ajay Kherkatari of 168 CRPF. Lordship will kindly note the name. I'll come to him also. Kherkatari was also there. Was standing a little away. Dijan Kalita, I will also come to Dijan Kalita. Dijan Kalita, son of Pawan Kalita, resident of number 1 Hokpara, Narayanpur, Baksa, who owns a tea shop just behind my shop, was sitting in the bamboo bench just outside my shop. A silver colored Tata Sumo came from Narayanpur Chowk and crossed from in front of my shop in a slow pace, braking regularly and went to his dhumni. After approximately 5 minutes, the same vehicle came back and stopped in front of my shop. 4 to 5 men got down from the vehicle and came towards us. They caught us and forced us inside the back door of the vehicle while hitting us. Once inside the vehicle, we were blindfolded and our hands tied behind our back. I felt the vehicle moving over 2 bridges. The first, I presume, was the Mosalpur bridge and the second one further towards National Highway. After crossing the first bridge, the vehicle stopped after moving some distance, and the doors of the vehicles opened. When the doors opened, I heard a few people talking in Boro language outside the vehicle. After a little while, the doors of the vehicle closed and it started moving again. The vehicle then came on the National Highway and started moving towards Borpeta. Lordship will mind this, people were blindfolded. They finally halted near a railway line or rail station. The kidnappers took out Khamdam Doimari and started beating him, and he was shouting. After that, the kidnappers took out Rajiv Vasumatari and started beating him as he also started shouting. After that, they took me out of the vehicle, opened my shoes and jacket and started hitting me on the soles of my feet and my hips with sticks. They pulled down my trousers and even squeezed my testicles. They also put my face in the mud. One of the abductors was speaking Assamese language, Lordship will mark, and asked me about the whereabouts of Michael. I told him that I knew Michael. He also comes to my house, but I don't know his whereabouts, to which he said to me that you should know about Michael as he loves your sister. The Assamese speaking kidnapper told me that I should give the whereabouts of Michael or I will be beaten more. I told him that he should kill me rather than beating me more. Then I heard a single shot being fired. I and Rajiv were then put in the rear door of a red vehicle. Now, all this time, Lordship, he was blindfolded. Lordship, the incident occurred 5:30 December. Is dark. Rajiv was saying that his hand has broken. When traveled for approximately 3.5 hours and reached a different place and were kept in a cemented room for the entire duration of the night. In the morning, we were made to walk from the room till the vehicle. We were blindfolded, our hands were tied behind our backs, back and legs tied together around the thighs. On reaching the back door of the red vehicle, we were lifted and put inside. That is when I caught a glimpse of the road ahead from below the blindfold and realized that I was at Masalpur. At Masalpur army post. We were then transported again, and I presume that we were taken to the same location around the railway track station as the previous night. We were then beaten badly inside the vehicle until I lost consciousness. When I regained my consciousness, I realized that I was lying in the field and Rajiv was lying next to me. I sat there for approximately half an hour, trying to gather myself. That is when I realized that Rajiv was dead. After that, I started walking and reached a road. When I saw a road and went to the owner, he told me that the place was Dongpar, near Tamulpur. I asked him if I could stay in his house for the night, to which he refused. Looking at my dirty condition, it was approximately 20 to 30 hours on 22nd December 2012. Then I started walking in the same condition and reached my house at Narayanpur at approximately 10 hours on December 23rd, following the route Tamulpur, Kumrikata, so and so. Now, এটা 22 তারিখে 23 তারিখে পালে Now, if I may take your worship to the questions put by the court. Lordship will come to question number 3. What dress were the men wearing? All of them were wearing civil dress and their faces were covered. One person in particular was wearing khaki colored trousers, civil jacket, black colored high ankle boot. Then I'll take your lordship to all the questions, lordship, that is relevant. Did any of the kidnappers sit with you in the rear of the vehicle? No. How were all the vehicle, 3 of you sitting in the vehicle? Our hands were tied behind our backs and we were blindfolded and we were lying on the floor of the vehicle. How did you receive the scratch mark on your face? I received the scratch mark on my face as my face was hitting the corner of the rear seat of the vehicle. Did any of the kidnappers talk to you during the kidnapping? No. Was any of the kidnappers wearing army dress during the kidnapping? No. How did you presume that the vehicle in which you were traveling had crossed the Masalpur bridge? I presumed that the first bridge was Masalpur bridge, as there are only 2 bridges between Narayanpur Chowk and National Highway, and also the fact that I had vehicle traffic and commotion just before the bridge, which I thought it to be Masalpur market area. Lordship, this is simply presumption, because Masalpur is in between the highway and the Bhutan foothills, where there is a state highway going. Question 10. What made you feel that you were moving on the national highway? The speed at which the vehicle was moving, moreover, I could hear the noise of vehicles ripping past our vehicle. How did you presume that the vehicle was moving towards Barpeta? My blindfold has shifted a little due to the continuous friction with the edge of the seat. At that point of time, I could see the road overbridge of Patsala. Till how long you could you see when the blindfold has shifted below? The blindfold was quickly retied by the kidnappers. All I could make out was that I was in Patsala. Now, Lordship, this is pretty fishy because no, Lordship. Lordship, I've also seen that movie. No, 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 Lordship. These people apparently on admission, 3 people were put behind the, let's assume it's a sumo vehicle.
Once we read this evidence in the deposition before the district judge, he says that the legs were put in between the vehicle and the gate, and the leg was injured. In this, before the army court, he said that the that the injury was that his hands were crushed in the vehicle. Now you see.
No, that is what I was coming to, Lordship.
No,
No,
but you
what
see
I was trying to impress
no,
upon.
but this matches with the postmortem examination report, where the contusion in the hand wrist joint is 8.5 centimeter. So 8.5 centimeter, and it's a sumo, then you have a brief idea of the width of the car door. Correct. So that gives you an idea of the nature of the bruise. That's one part. The second part is you have seen the cross examination from in all these questions. Correct. Not a single testimony appears to have been contradicted in the cross examination.
Lordship,
Rather, in this examination by the
it's simply a question answer session.
Huh?
It's simply a question answer session.
No, it's question and answer session, but he's confirming certain things instead of cross examination. This is a classic case of confirmatory examination.
That is what.
Then what remains? You are trying to pick up from your affidavit. It appears you are trying to pick up certain things, and then you are trying to portray a picture that this man was, this witness was giving up presumptory evidence on presumption. And but you see, you will find here, when the question is asked that how could you identify that bridge, he says that bridge is elevated, and therefore it can be only that bridge. Now you see, for example, I still go around in a scooter. I drive it, and therefore the roads which I normally take,
Lordship knows.
I don't even have to look at the road to find out whether there is a pothole there. And when I come to a particular stretch, I know that I'll have to travel either by right or by left and then maneuver, because there would be a pothole. Even if it is repaired, it would not come to my vision whether repair has been carried out, because that is the habit of traversing on the road.
Every day.
Now, you see, if it's a elated bridge, and he says that that is the only bridge which is at a elevated level, so it's not very difficult to identify that bridge. Even when you are sleeping and traveling, when a driver is driving a vehicle and you are sleeping, in certain roads, you will understand that where you are traveling,
Yes.
which part you have, which part you have arrived. And the beauty of this travel with in city buses is that when I used to get up in the university bus in Latasil, this I would wake up. Sorry, not Judges Field. I would wake up when the university comes. And incidentally, I don't know whether you have noticed or not. Next time when you fly, you will notice at a particular juncture, even you will find an air turbulence. And then you find that you have crossed the tri-junction of that three states. Siliguri area, you are crossing that, and you find that there is always an air turbulence in that stretch.
Maybe because of the international border law.
We don't know, but as foolish I am,
It's there.
I've confirmed it with the flight purser. They said that we are crossing that tri-juncture. So it's not very difficult, even in
Any case,
Huh?
Even in the air also.
Even in the air.
normally there's always a announcement like, was the left sleeping
No,
Buddha?
that would come later on. That what you call the at times nowadays they don't. There are few only pilots who will inform you that this is now you will be visually seeing the Everest, but not always. So
Insofar as the lordship evidence, I would just take your lordship to two more evidence of two more persons. The first one, your lordship will
because even in train, when you are deep sleep and you cross a bridge, you'll come to know that you are crossing Brahmaputra, now you are crossing that Farakka barrage. It'll give a different music.
yes.
You travel from this bridge and then cross Farakka. You'll find there's a difference in the music.
Yes, yes. Which we have examined in the court of inquiry.
This is just there's something I'm missing it out. This witness Rajiv Basumatari, he says about the man.
He's dead.
Rajiv is the third person whose dead body was found.
No, Rajkumar Rava.
Yes,
Rajkumar Rava. He said that this one person was shot dead.
Yes, ma'am.
This person, who's that person who was
He
shot
said
dead?
shot dead, but my lord, he died by throttling, possibly, my lord. The anchor report shows, my lord.
Died by throttling.
Throttling, yes, possibly, my lord.
So it's not a bullet shot.
Not a bullet shot, my lord. Because
Okay.
they were all blindfolded. He might have heard the shot, my lord, and thought that he was killed by that.
Okay. This is the missing part. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. Chaudhary.
My lord, sorry, my lord. That shotting part is, my lord, regarding Khamdang, my lord. Sorry, my lord. Shot dead was Khamdang, my lord.
Khamdang.
Yes, yes. He's
And
dead.
thereafter he was burnt.
Yes, my lord.
From this evidence of this Rajkumar Rava,
My lord.
can you place the situs of the gunshot? He gives a place that after crossing the bridge,
Yes.
then at one place he shot dead.
Yes, yes. No,
Can you identify that location?
pick up, my lord. But unfortunately, he was since he was burned, my lord. That
No,
could
that's
not be
okay.
ascertained.
But
Yes, yes.
location and the
Understood,
status
understood.
where the dead
Yes.
body was found. I'm
Yes.
trying to
Yes, sir.
gauge that distance. The place where he was shot and
My
the
lord.
place where the dead body
My-
was burnt. Dead body was identified by the virtue of some keys
Yes,
which
my-
are found there
yes.
in the ashes. Yes, Mr. Chaudhary.
Lordship, I was referring to the witness number 8, which your Lordship will find at page 19,
Page 19.
because Ajoy Basumatari had stated that this particular gentleman was also present there. He is a constable from the CRPF. On 21st December 12, 2000,
Just a moment.
yes.
Page number?
Page number 19 of the Court of Inquiry.
Nineteen. Ajay Khaklari. Kher
Khair Katari.
Katari.
Khair Katari. Second paragraph, Lordship. On 21st December 2012 at approximately 17:30 and 17:45 hours, I was at the shop of Rajkumar Rabha near Narayanpur Chowk. A dark silver-colored Tata Sumo came from Narayanpur Chowk and crossed the shop and went towards Dumni. After a little while, the same vehicle came back and stopped in front of the shop. Approximately 4 or 5 men in civil clothes, with their faces covered, got down from the vehicle. They then came towards the shop and started physically forcing Rajkumar Rabha and Khamdan Doimari inside the vehicle. So, 2 people were being put inside the vehicle. One of them came towards me and started pulling my hand as well. When I told the person that I was serving in CRPF in Hindi, he slapped to me 3-4 times, kicked me, and took out a pistol and pointed it towards my head. Another person who was carrying a AK-47 rifle started pushing both of them into the vehicle. Rajkumar Rabha was shouting in Assamese that, "Why are you catching me?" Once they put both the individuals inside the vehicle from the back door, they all sat and jeeped away. The whole incident had lasted approximately 2 to 3 minutes. After the incident, me and Dijen Kolita, who owns a tea shop just behind Rajkumar Rabha's shop, went to Mosalpur police station to report the incident, from where we eventually directed to Nikasi police station, as the incident falls under Nikasi police station, where we reported the incident. Rajkumar Rabha finally returned to his house on 23rd December at approximately 1000 hours, and I met him at approximately 1200 hours. When I met him, I observed that he was having difficulty in walking. He had cuts in his face, marks on his backside, and was crying. He told me that he did not know that is Ajay Kherkatari. As their
This
faces
was
were,
struck out.
it has been struck out. Did you observe the number of the vehicle of the kidnappers? No, in the commotion, I did not observe the number of the vehicle. Did the vehicle have tinted dark windows or see-through windows? I could not observe glasses of the vehicle. Did you see the faces of any of the abductors? No, I did not, as they had covered their faces. What dresses were the abductors wearing? They were wearing civil clothes and had bed sheets draped around them. What were the kidnappers wearing on their faces? They were wearing white and red colored gamchas on their faces. What was the physical appearance of the kidnappers? They were of medium, not too tall or short height, and physically well built and not fat. How many and what kind of weapons did you see with the attackers? I saw one abductor carrying a pistol and a second one carrying a AK-47 rifle. Were the kidnappers wearing anything that could prove that they were from any uniformed force or uniform service? No, they were not. How much time did the whole incident take place? The incident was over within 2-3 minutes. Were there any more eyewitnesses to the incident? As there was no general public in the vicinity, the only other person on the spot was Dijen Kolita, who owns a tea shop just behind Rajkumar Rava's shop. So, there were two witnesses, other witnesses, apart from Rajkumar Rava. And this particular witness says that they were wearing red colored gamchas and their faces were not discernible. They were wearing civil clothes. One was carrying a pistol and another was carrying a AK-47 rifle.
Oh,
Draped in bedsheet.
just on the date of incident is
21,
21/12/2012.
yes.
Whether this is of some relevance, please come to first page of the inquiry report. After the forwarding report, second page. Proceedings of a court of inquiry. First, you've given us a report. This is the first covering
Yes,
page.
Lordship, yes, Lordship.
After covering page, the second page. This court of inquiry was assembled on 6 December 2012. Incident is of 12.
Perhaps there's, Lordship, there is some confusion on this. I will get an update on this, Lordship. This,
No,
it cannot be before. It cannot be before.
no, there can be.
No.
Yes. When you manufacture something, it can be.
Oh.
You may forget the calendar.
No. I will get.
You see, you're a good person, you see good things.
No, if it is manufactured, Lordship,
We're not in that category, and therefore we see all these things.
This,
Now
Lordship,
you see,
I will get a clarification. Maybe it's 13 instead of 12.
no, it's okay. Maybe whatever. But you see, the second not so good thing we notice in this matter, we presume that this is in 2012. Correct. There's an eyewitness. Two eyewitnesses are there. One this Ajay and one this Rajiv.
Not Rajiv.
No, this I forget the names.
Rajkumar.
Rajkumar. Two people are there as witnesses.
Three, Lordship. Dijen Kolita.
Dijen Kalita. Now, these people have seen someone in the act of kidnapping. But although these people are subject to the Army Act, no TIP was done.
No TIP was done. No
Because
TIP was
I don't know whether you. I tell this. I make this statement anytime when this issues of cross-examination comes, where these questions are asked: whether the vehicle was, what is the number of the vehicle, what is the glass of the vehicle. Now you see a man who is coming to depose
Lordship.
is not coming to depose on the color of the car. Correct. Now, the question I normally pose in such determinations are, number one, you see, you have entered into this court campus from one of the 9 gates. Every gate has 1 or 2 constables posted there. Now, if I ask you that you have come from the road, and therefore, what is the description of the constables who are there? And you say that I did not notice them. can I draw a presumption that you have entered the court campus in an unauthorized manner by scaling the walls and all? No. So therefore, you see, when you are entering the gate, your mind is preoccupied, and you see only that thing which your mind wants you to see. If you see an accident just beyond the court, there's an accident where one scooter hits a boy and he's injured, and more than 90% of the witnesses, if we ask what is the color of the dress which the scooterist or the pedestrian was wearing, you may not recollect it. I have been in such discourses, that's why I'm telling you. But what you will remember is, supposing your favorite color is yellow and the man is wearing a yellow, you would remember that, yes, one of them was wearing a yellow, because yellow is a color which registers in your mind in default, because you love that color. So asking these questions does not take away the evidentiary value of a witness, deposition of a witness, especially when you are cross-examining him. This revolver and the pistol or the revolver, small arms, and the AK-47 are there. The vehicle is there. This vehicle was also not made available for the court of inquiry
Our case before your lordship is, we don't have that kind of a vehicle.
that color.
We don't have that color of a vehicle, lordship.
No, we don't know. It's not that the army does not even requisition or take on hire vehicles.
Vehicle is there, but we don't have that color of a vehicle.
No. You see, for that you'll have to demonstrate that the said unit in the particular year never hired a vehicle for any operations.
The driver says. The driver says.
The
Driver of that particular unit says so. But we don't have that kind of a vehicle.
No. Having and not hiring are two different things. For not hiring, you give no evidence. There's no statement by anybody saying that during for the operations purpose, we don't even hire a vehicle. So a red color vehicle in an army may not be there. Silver color vehicle may not be there.
Gosh.
Correct. You say that you only have that olive green vehicles at your disposal, or a camouflaged color vehicle at your disposal. That is ownership. You see, if you can come to this evidence of this witness number 1.
Gosh.
This witness number one, captain,
Yes, Lordship.
he,
Kirappa.
yes.
Oh.
He refers to going out from the vehicle, going out
Yes.
in a vehicle, quick reaction team,
Yes,
correct?
yes, Lordship.
Now, to this person, you don't ask a question about the vehicle he is using. And then you don't even get the records of a movement of a captain. You will come to the examination, question number 12, answer number 4. As per the policy of battalion, any parties moving out at night should either be an officer or JCO. Lead and more over ammunition is a sensitive issue, being a control store, and since no officers of the battalion headquarters could be spared, I was tasked to do so. Therefore, he's transporting ammunitions.
The Lordship
Therefore,
is referring to
the witness number 1,
Lordship,
witness number 1, skip over to second page,
Lordship.
and this captain says that he went out of the
Yes,
unit.
yes,
Now, his movement orders, the register you did not examine. And he admits that he moves out of the unit with ammunitions. Now, please tell me, is that unit a supplier of ammunitions to other army units, that the army unit number A does not have ammunitions, and therefore army unit number B is moving out with box of ammunition, giving it to the army units B or C or D? It can't be.
Lordship,
You-
that,
No. You see, we are just questioning. I told you, we are not very good men like you.
It is, what your Lordship is asking, that is for them to decide, Lordship, whether that.
That's why you
where
say,
it
you
is
see, there
required, how
are,
it
there
is
are,
required.
no, that is okay. But you see, when you are talking about stories, is it believable that an army captain would be deputed to carry out a box of ammunition and go in the night?
People who had moved with him, I will come to them also. They were civilians also.
No, that's okay. Civilians in transportation of ammunitions.
Not in transportation of ammunition, but
We
he had
don't
met
know.
some civilians, so I will come to
That
that
is-
also.
That is your case.
No, I will come to that also. Because they have also deposed something.
That's okay. You continue to. This is something I've done half of my life.
Uh, Lordship was on witness number 1. And the query posed by your Lordship was, why was he
At approximate so the ammunition box were dropped at the regimental police gate of the battalion.
Lordship will come to paragraph 3. Lordship will come to paragraph 3 for a moment, Lordship,
Paragraph 3.
at page 2.
Yes.
On 21st December 2012, I left the company post along with 5 other ranks at approximately 7:15 hours in a red colored Tata Sumo Grande of the company and reached the battalion headquarters at Boroma by approximately 7:45 hours. I then moved for coordinating conference of small arms firing competition and reached Tamulpur at approximately 1100 hours. After attending the conference, I moved out at approximately 13:35 hours and reached Rongya market by approximately 1400 hours. At Rongya, I went to a Gram Sabha Khadi board where I spent some time and bought a few items for myself. I reached the battalion headquarters at Boroma by approximately 1510 hours. At the same time, I received a call from JC so-and-so telling me that Gunner Dipankar Das serving in 213 Rocket Regiment, resident of Tuplai, Tanbari, Nityananda, Borpeta. Nityananda, Lordship, if I may just indicate.
No, everything is okay. Just for your knowledge,
Hello.
you call up any of your army officers and ask them when somebody is in a regimental duty to drop ammunitions. The story shown here is normally not done.
Lordship, answer to question number.
No,
Answer
that's
4.
okay.
Answer 4.
No, that's okay. But
Answer 4.
just for your information, for your consumption, ask anybody.
There was no officers from battalion headquarters could be spared. I was asked.
No, that is okay. But you see, he goes to drop ammunitions. Then he picks up some people, drops them somewhere, and then he goes to a meeting. That means the ammunition box is always there in the vehicle. You ask your army officers for your consumption, and you will find that this is never done. They will not leave arms and ammunitions
Lordship.
in a vehicle. If they do so, you just ask them for your consumption.
I definitely will inquire, Lordship. He along with other personnel had.
Because if you see that is something which Mr. Talukdar can confirm. What happens is there in the not required. Just I'm telling you, when these arms ammunitions are being carried and you have to do something, then you drop it to the nearest police station. They have a system of safekeeping of the arms and ammunitions for those who are in uniform. So supposing a person A is in the midst of traveling and he feels unsecured with his own personal arms, he can still go and deposit it in the police station. Similarly, Army and CRPF, if they are carrying and they have to stop somewhere, they'll have to go to the nearest police station and deposit their arms and ammunitions. They normally do it, but I've never checked the regulation. I never had any business to do that, but I found these people doing it.
This Lordship, this ammunition was dropped at the regimental police gate of battalion.
Yes.
That's the army battalion.
Yes. So he will take up from his own battalion, move and then drop in the gate. Either that is there, or he is dropping it in the gate of a different army unit, a different battalion unit. He doesn't say when he picked up those things. And then he says that he picked up passengers also. In the same paragraph 3, when you read.
Yes, Lordship, yes.
He picks up passengers that they are not authorized to do when they are carrying arms and ammunitions.
So far as carrying passengers, Lordship, I would agree with your Lordship. He cannot carry any civilian at that point of time. But yes, if I may just read for the Lordship.
And this ammunitions and arms and ammunitions, there's nothing. You see, there may be some gap here and there, I don't know. But you'll have to tell us. The arms and ammunitions are never dropped at the sentry gate. They are given it to the, I forgot the term, in charge of the arms cote.
Malkhana.
Keeping off.
And otherwise the Malkhana.
No, it's not called Malkhana. Hote is keeping of technical equipment. Keeper of technical equipment. Hote.
Ah.
So this arms and ammunition in your language is called technical equipment.
I'm enlightened, Lordship. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So therefore I was saying Malkhana. In police terms, it's a Malkhana.
Malkhana is a place where seized articles are kept. So army will not have a Malkhana.
Lordship. If I may read further, Lordship. At Rangia, I went to a Gram Sabha Khadi shop where I spent some time and bought a few items for myself. I reached the battalion headquarters at Baroma by approximately 15:10 hours. At about the same time, I received a call from JC so-and-so, Naib Subedar Anand Singh, telling me that number so-and-so Gunner Dipankar Das, serving in 213 Rocket Regiment, resident of Tuplai, Anbari, Nityananda, Borpeta, had called me up, stating that his mother is being harassed by some local goons. I then spoke to Gunner Dipankar Das and his father Manoranjan Das and heard their grievances. I immediately moved out of the battalion headquarters. I met Mr. Manoranjan Das at Patasar Kusi. Patasar Kusi, Lordship, incidentally happens to be my ancestral place.
Yeah.
At Patasar Kusi, at approximately 16:15 hours, I took him in my vehicle and reached Patsala town market at approximately 16:45 hours, where Mr. Das picked up his wife from a shoe shop. I then took Mr. and Mrs. Das in the vehicle and dropped them at Patasar Kusi at approximately 17:45 hours and reached the company post Mosdalpur at around 18:30 hours. While I was en route to the company post, Mr. Kamalnath, resident of Sorbok town, Borpeta, had called me for some intelligence. As soon as I reached the regimental police gate of the company post, I dropped the company storeman, number so-and-so, Sipoy Satyavir Singh, who had come along with the quick reaction team to go to the battalion rear of Tamulpur. I straight away turned back and started moving towards the national highway and reached Tihusok by approximately 19:30 hours, where I met Mr. Kamal Nath. And after talking to him for a while, we started moving towards Barpeta. By approximately 20:45 hours on 21st December 2012, we reached the Beki River Bridge on the national highway, and me and Mr. Kamal Nath, my source, sat near the Ganesh Mandir adjacent to the bridge and stayed there till 00:45 hours on 22nd December 2012, discussing intelligence input. After that, Mr. Kamal Nath went to his house, which is nearby, and I moved towards the company post, which I reached around 2:45 hours. As I decided with Mr. Kamal Nath to meet again the next day, I left the company post at approximately 7:30 hours on 22nd December 2012, along with my quick reaction team. At the very same time, there was a gathering of 132 civilians outside the company regimental police gate, who accumulated to proceed to Tamulpur for OP Sadbhavana rally later in the day. I waited for Kamal Nath at Sarbhog town for some time and then proceeded to his house and met him there at about 12:45 hours. We then moved around the area in the vehicle, further discussing our intelligence input till about 16:30 hours, when I dropped him at Sarbhog town market and proceeded towards Boroma, where I reached by approximately 18:15 hours. On reaching the battalion headquarters, I was told by adjutant that 2 ammunition boxes were to be dropped to the unit rear at Tamulpur. Now, when Lordship will see at 18:15.
Mr. Siddhar, you are there. I don't think I will have time for any other matter. This is a 2013 matter we are hearing. So other matters, I don't think we may have time. But we'll give a notice if this fails for some reason. Yes,
I was reading up.
you're in the middle.
Yes, yes. We then moved
Hmm.
around the area in the vehicle, further discussing our intelligence input till about 16:30 hours, when I dropped him at Sorvok town market and proceeded towards Baroma, where I reached by approximately 18:15 hours. On reaching the battalion headquarters, I was told by the adjutant that 2 ammunition boxes were to be dropped to the unit near the Tamulpur, unit rear at Tamulpur. I left Baroma unit with the ammunition boxes at approximately 19:15 hours. Along with my quick reaction team, we took the Ghagrapar route and reached the battalion rear Tamulpur at approximately 20:30 hours. The ammunition boxes were dropped at the regimental police gate of the battalion rear and left back for the battalion headquarters and reached there by 21:45 hours. Therefore, Lordship, these ammunitions were not carried along with the civilians, Lordship.
No, he was there. This Kamal Nath, this
No, Lordship, after dropping him.
after dropping him.
After
Okay.
dropping him. 16:30 he dropped at Sorbok town market and he reached back around 15 hours. On reaching back, he was asked by the adjutant to drop these 2 ammunition boxes, and he left at 19:15 hours and he came back by 21:45 hours.
Yes.
And why he was carrying those ammunition, Lordship will find at question number 12, answer number 4. As per policy of the battalion, any parties moving out at night should be either officer of GCO led and more. Over ammunition is a sensitive issue being a control store, and since no officer from battalion headquarters could be spared, I was asked to do so. Now I will take your Lordship to page 5 regarding any other vehicle, Lordship. Question number 25 and 26. 27. Are you aware of the movement of any other army personnel in teams in your company area of responsibility between 1700 hours and 1830 on 21st December? No, I am not aware of any such movement. Did any other civil vehicle enter your company post at Masalpur other than civil vehicle used by the company personnel on 21st and 22nd December? No other civil vehicles entered the company post on 21st and 22nd December. If I may now take your Lordship to the witness of the driver, evidence of the driver that your Lordship will find at page 11.
Yes.
He is one Babul Boro. On 21st December
This one, where's that, which page?
11, Lordship,
11.
11, Lordship.
Yes.
I'm reading from paragraph 3 onwards, Lordship. On 21st December 2012 at around 7:15 hours, the company commander, Captain Fakirappa, along with his quick reaction team of 5 other ranks, moved out of the company post to Boroma. The party then left Boroma for Tamulpur and reached there at approximately 1100 hours. The company commander got down at the brigade headquarters and the quick reaction team moved in the vehicle to the battalion rear, where we all had lunch and reached back to the location of the brigade headquarters. When the company commander reached back, we moved out approximately 13:30 hours and reached Romia market. There the company commander went into a shop for some purchases, after which we moved towards Boroma and reached by approximately 15:15 hours. After a while, the party moved out of Boroma and reached Patasar Kusi at approximately 16:15 hours, from where Manoranjan Das got in the vehicle, and we reached Pasala town approximately 16:40 hours. After spending a little time over there, Mrs. Savitri Das, wife of Manoranjan Das, also got in the vehicle as well, and we dropped the couple at Patasar Kusi at approximately 17:45 hours. After leaving them, we proceeded to the company post, where Sepoy Satyavir Singh got down from the vehicle with some stores at approximately 18:30 hours. On the company commander's instruction, I turned the vehicle around and reached Tibusok by 19:30, where company commander met Mr. Kamalnath for some time, after which he also sat in the vehicle and we moved on the national highway and reached Beki River Bridge by around 20:40 hours. Company commander, along with Mr. Kamal Das, sat next to Ganesh Pandit discussing something. At approximately 00:45 hours on 22nd December, On 21st December. Oh. Ask him to come yet.
Mr. Chaudhary,
Lordship.
this court of inquiry is under 177 of the Army Act, right? Let's just check up. 177.
Lordship.
Correct. Now, therefore, this is not a trial
No.
of the officers for any offense.
Court of inquiry, Lordship, in all forces is only to find out the facts.
Correct. So that
But
means,
thereafter, Lordship, if there is any proceeding to be drawn up, that will be before the force court.
force court. Okay. But then if you read 182,
Lordship. Army Act.
Huh. Hmm. 182.
Yes, I'm reading it, Lordship. Where a person subject to this act is sentenced by a court martial.
No.
Yes. Section 182. And in fact, Lordship is having the
No, something is wrong. No, I'm sorry. This is Army rules, not the act.
Lordship.
177 of rules.
Court of inquiry.
Correct. And then 182. Correct.
Yes.
Now, now you see, in light of section 182, we have ordered an inquiry report to the district judge. That has been tabled.
To cut everything short, Lordship. We've been going through this. Now, once a writ petition is filed, and the court directs that inquiry be made by a judicial inquiry. Any further inquiry by any other agency may not be called for, because there is already a judicial inquiry into the matter. So your Lordship has to take a call as to whether the judicial inquiry is correct or not, because here is something it has already been inquired into on the directions of the court. On the directions of the court, I cannot deny it, the other party cannot deny it. If there is anything wrong, somebody can make a challenge to it, but here is a case where an impartial inquiry has been done on the orders of the court. We cannot overlook that.
You see, this inquiry report, it becomes an evidence, contrary to this prescription of 182. It becomes an evidence. Now, there's a reality in form of a police report in by way of an FIR, final report, saying that what has happened is true. So what has happened is true, and the perpetrator could not be identified. Therefore, the simple question is, why not a CBI inquiry? Because this judicial inquiry is
It
only
is on
to,
presumptions,
to
Lordship. It
no,
does not
that is
pinpoint
only to
anything.
ascertain that something has happened.
Something has happened.
This inquiry was never intended to find out the perpetrator of the crime. That is not the purpose of judicial inquiry. Judicial inquiry is something which is in the CRPC 163 or something. It's just a magisterial inquiry. Substituted. What is that provision? Magisterial inquiry. Is it 163?
Not 163, Lordship.
176.
176.
Yes.
Inquiry by magistrate into cause of deaths.
Something like this. The cause of death. Now that says asphyxia. That means throttling. Now why inquiry should not be ordered? The purpose of looking at the court of inquiry was to just to find out whether things are duly explained. But irrespective of
I am very open to that because court of inquiry says not involved. Judicial inquiry says involved. I'm very open to that, Lordship. If at all some crime has been committed, Lordship, the perpetrators have to be brought to the book.
and to Mr. Nath also, that is one part we'll come back
Yes,
again.
yes.
Mr. Nath, you see this since already for the petitioner has cited two case laws, we have not gone to it.
Gotcha.
He says that the High Court can still make an inquiry, order an inquiry.
Gotcha.
Notwithstanding 156.3, Naraji, 156.3, and notwithstanding the Naraji, he has not availed. Now, Sakiri Basu says that the procedure prescribed has to be followed. That is one part. So therefore, in light of these, question 2 is limited to the closure report, acceptance of the closure report, when there are two FIRs which has been clubbed together, and the second person was not given a notice.
Notice was given to only one.
He was not heard. And therefore, in this writ petition, he has joined. So one of the submissions of Mr. Chaudhary for the petitioner is that court can still, notwithstanding the non-availing of the 156.3, would still be ordered. So in that context, what is your response?
Gotcha. Well, it is well settled. Well, the honorable court can direct inquiry, further inquiry, even if after acceptance of the FR. But it is a settled position. And as regard the the acceptance of the FR, acceptance of the FR, and that acceptance is by one of the person. But I need to just examine that aspect of the matter. I need to examine that. Because clubbing in under a particular circumstances, club can be. Otherwise, although it's not a normal course, 2 cases can be clubbed because the incident is same.
3 incidents of the same period
Logic.
can be clubbed together and tried together. 3
Yes,
one.
my lord.
There is a provision.
There is a provision. There is a provision 223, my lord.
223. Yeah, right.
223.
It's okay. Provisions I'm
My lord.
I tend to jumble up.
Logic. Well, that my lord, I have to examine. I have to.
So you want to address us on some other day?
My lord, the
No, because here we have again a small issue. My brother may not be regularly available, so you have to do it with either on Thursday.
Tuesday, my lord. Day after tomorrow. Logic.
They have one to judgment on that count also, my lord, because the law has developed now, my lord. Because earlier that, my lord, Bhagwan Singh case, my lord, that initially, my lord, that notice has to be served, my lord. That was a case reported in 1985 to SCC 527. The notice has to go to the informer. Thereafter, my lord, the same was reiterated in, my lord, one case. That was earlier, subsequently in UPSC case, my lord, 1997, 7 SCC 614. Where also it was reiterated. Now,
No, but
subsequently,
you see the recent development is from that Priyanka
that case, my lord, that
Priyanka
Priyanka is also
Srivastava.
that Jagjit Singh one case, my lord. that-
After that, the trend is that the courts will not interfere and it will what you call the registration of directions for registration of FIR
Yes.
for an inquiry, and also what you call well settled in the case of Sakiri Vasu.
Yes.
It says that the procedure prescribed must be followed.
Yes. And in rare case, my lord, if it is a
In rare case, yes.
can be done.
In rare case, it can be done.
I think, my lord, it has become a victim centric, my lord, because of the recent case, my lord. Can I, should I place it?
Yes, sir.
Because now, my lord, that,
Yes, sir.
in 2022, 9 SCC 321.
9. 9.
9 SCC 321. Here, my lord,
No, there is some one more difficulty in this case. I'm just recollecting from my past reading of this. You see, here the reference was the amendment to the CRPC, which was carried out subsequent pursuant to the directions of this court. Now, this is an incident of 2012. The FR was accepted on which date?
23.
Huh?
23. 2023.
23.
Yes.
This
16/3/23.
16.3, this amendment is in 2008. Okay. So that time the amendment had come. Okay.
Besides, my lordship may see, when you have a look at case, para 22, maybe.
22.
Fine. For the 23. 22 and 23.
Just a moment.
Twenty-two 9. 321.
Here you are right, my lord.
participatory right at the stage of investigation, in culmination of the proceeding, in an appeal or review. Minus CC.
Twenty-two, 23. SSC को वैसे और किसी को बोले
Yes.
That first case, my lord, that but one serious case, my lord, because that was the first case, my lord, that notice should be given to the first informant, my lord. That is a certain position, but there also, my lord, in para 5, Lord should find the victim, my lord. Although it was mandatory, not required to give notice to the victim, but court discretion, court can give, my lord. That observation was there. That, because that judgment was passed in the year 1985. my lord.
Bhagwan Singh's paragraph.
Paragraph 5, my lord. Thirty-three, my lord. 1985, 285, 5, yes, this is 537. Having issued a notice to the informant, that is in case, when I case 542, my lord, class 6, 7, 10.
Yes.
I want to see. I want to see this.
No. Bhagwan Singh, over, no? Bhagwan Singh to be no idea, no idea. All it done what merit figure.
DSGI is also culprit.
I may like to add something after this. Your Worship.
Achha, remains inconclusive. Remains inconclusive. List again on day after tomorrow is 7th. 7/11/2020. Next, just before that, in his submissions, along with Mr. Arkady Chaudhary's submission, he has also produced a copy of forwarding letter dated 10/9/2024, along with the proceedings of the Court of Inquiry. Of 48 pages. Mr. Chaudhary, 48 pages. 48 pages. Same is made a part of the copy.
Forty-nine.
49. 49. Itu inquiry report আছে না?
Business to কি? Business to কি? Business to মানে যে
এটা আমার দুইবিধ কপি হ'ব লাগিব। দুটা কপি হ'ব লাগিব। আছে নহয়? আছে তুমি দিয়াটো ঠিক কৰি ল'ব। এখন
With your lordship's permission, I just want to. Lordship, perhaps those page numbers are not in CV. I will do a CV like it. This
page number, you'll
I'll
correct it.
make the page
Okay,
numbers.
don't give page numbers along with the inquiry report.
I'll do the page numbers.
Okay.
Can a copy of the same file can be
Please remind me on the next date. We will just examine it. There is a reason for that. But that's why we are referring to this 182 of the rules. You see that, give him the copy. Just show him.
not admissible in
It's not admissible in evidence.
No, you just look at the provision of law, then tell us. 182 of the rules. Correct. So once it is not an evidence, that's why we are examining it. Last time also you made a prayer, I remember it.
Yes.
For a copy. We did not give it on that day. But on that day, I was not, the rules were not readily available in here. So I did not tell you why. Now, since you know this rule now, but please remind us on the next date. We are open to it, but we have not made our mind.
After this, I will do the pagination.
Please. It was here. This one. It was. It was.
No, I have this one.
एक माह से इसके यार कॉपी सारा का पसंद है सेकंड कॉपी एक तो रख लो हां एक हो जाएगा ये तो याते ये तो करे तो ये तो पिन चलते है एक मिनट से today, in fact, I'm a bit sad now. Uh,